Free. Lizzie recently read that it was a good idea to keep a diary for dog trains, so she decided to start one for Rascal. Train diary, Rascal, day 1, Saturday. Here goes. Rascal arrived today. Oh boy, is he sure full of energy. After 10 minutes indoors, Mom begged us to take him outside. Sammy came over to help me and Charles and figure out which way was the best to help Rascal get rid of his bad habits. So, is this cutie the new puppy? Sammy watched as Rascal tore around the yard, barking at everything and nothing. Woof, woof. Sammy, Charles' best friend, lived next door to the family. Oh, well, it's a good thing I didn't bring Rufus and Goldie over, said Sammy. I think you already have your hands full. Rufus was an older golden retriever and Goldie was a younger one. Goldie was the first puppy that the Pearsons had ever fostered. It was hard to give her up, but at least she lived right next door now. I don't know, Lizzie sighed. Maybe they'd be a good influence on Rascal. He's out of control. Lizzie had learned a lot about training dogs from the internet, books, and from dog trainers she met. But she wasn't sure how any of it would work with this puppy. He definitely had a mind of his own, and enough energy for a whole pack of dogs. Mom sure wasn't happy when he ran into the living room and jumped on the couch, Charles said. And from the couch to the chair and to the coffee table, Lizzie added. I don't think his feet ever touched the floor once. Rascal wondered why nobody was chasing him. It was fun to run around in circles. But much more fun when someone chased you. He barked some more. Why weren't the children playing with him? Rascal dashed over to Lizzie and away again, looking over his shoulder. Aw, he wants me to chase him. Lizzie said. But there's no way I'm getting into that game. He needs to learn the best way to get my attention is to come over and sit quietly. Huh! Yeah, right, sister, said Charles. Like he'll ever do that. And if we wait enough, he might, Lizzie said. If he does, he'll get a biscuit. She showed Charles and Sammy the dog biscuit she was hiding in her pocket. That's called positive reinforcement. If he does something good, he'll get a treat. The book says rewarding him will be better than yelling at him. Charles said. Hey, why don't we tell Mom about positive reinforcement? If I got ice cream finishing my homework, I'd probably do it sooner. I think my mom already knows about it, said Sammy. She promised me a brand new baseball glove if I kept my room clean for a month. When they were talking, Rascal finally stopped barking, getting run around the yard. Lizzie could tell that he was looking at her. She pretended not to notice. He came closer, cocking his head curiously. She pretended to ignore him. Finally, he yawned and sat right down next to her. Good boy, Lizzie exclaimed as she tossed him a dog biscuit. Rascal jumped up and happily snatched it out of the air. He gobbled it down and then whoosh, took off at high speed. Well, it's a start, Lizzie said, chuckling. Train diary. Rascal, day 2, Sunday. Here is a list of some things Rascal had chewed in 24 hours since he came to stay with us. The straps on Charles' backpack. Dad's favorite. Work gloves. Right one totally destroyed. Left one still wearable but missing the front. Lizzie's math book. Not that I don't mind. The Beans Blankie, Mom's new sandals. There were more times Lizzie could have added to the list, but it was too depression. Depression! Oh my gosh. Rascal's chewing habit was a real problem. On Sunday morning after Mom found her sandals, or what used to be her sandals, on the bathroom floor, Lizzie went onto her computer to do some research. What was the best way to train a puppy not to chew? The first thing Lizzie said, don't give a puppy a chance to choose things. After lunch, Charles, and Dad closed off the kitchen with one of Bean's old baby gates. From now on, Rascal would have to stay there. He couldn't roam the house, so he had fewer chances to chew. Plus, he wouldn't be able to jump all over the furniture, Charles told Lizzie. Rascal looked back at them from the kitchen and whined and barked and jumped up down. Lizzie had also learned it was a good idea to give a puppy his own things to chew on. Toys never made for a little dog shark teeth. She tossed Rascal a puppy-sized rawhide bone. He scrambled under it and sat at the kitchen table, gnawing happily. Oh, if only they'd given me this yummy bowl in the first place, thought Rascal. This is way. Way better than any of the other things he tried to eat. And nobody was going to take it away from him either. He was safe and sound in the kitchen behind the gate. Life was good. Lizzie shook her head as she watched Rascal chew. She never imagined she would meet a dog she couldn't train. But Rascal was a real challenge.